What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And on this broadcast, we are going to be bantering about the most valuable players for each team in the National League East. Now, before I get into my list, I want to hear from you. Let me know down in the comments who are the most valuable players for each team in the National League East. Now, we're going to begin in alphabetical order with the Atlanta Braves. Now, when it comes to the Atlanta Braves, there are a number of players who could potentially be the most valuable player. Now, in my opinion, it's going to be Austin Riley. To me, Austin Riley is actually a very close reminiscent player of Freddie Freeman. I think that there's a lot to like about the consistency that this player is going to be able to provide the Braves. I think that for this upcoming 2023 season, there's going to be a much more flashy player, a much more productive player, and that's maybe in Ronald Acuna Jr. But I think that the consistency that Riley is going to provide the Braves long term is really going to be that clubhouse leader, that presence like a Freddie Freeman. And for that reason, Austin Riley is the most valuable player for the 2023 Atlanta Braves. Now, when it comes to the Miami Marlins, Sandy Alcantara is going to be the most valuable player, the Cy Young, the most important piece of this franchise. I think that there's an opportunity for Miami to be a bit more competitive than people are giving them credit for. But I also think that it's going to come on the right arm of Sandy Alcantara. When you look at what the Marlins are going to be, they're playing in a very, very difficult division to win. You're talking about three teams that are clearly significantly better than them in the Braves, Phillies, and Mets. Now, when you think about what they're going to be able to do on the right arm of Sandy Alcantara, this is a Cy Young caliber pitcher. This is a guy who, in my opinion, is going to be able to go out and really produce at a high level all season long. And for that reason, he is the Marlins' most valuable player. Now, when it comes to the New York Mets, there are a ton of potential most valuable player options. To me, it is going to be Francisco Lindor. I think that when you look at what Lindor is for this Mets team, to me, he's the linchpin. He is the catalyst. This is going to be a guy who absolutely has to have a good season, a monstrous, powerful season to be able to really push the Mets above the teams that they're battling in the Phillies and the Braves to be able to make it to the World Series. This is a team with World Series aspirations. It's not just about making the postseason. Francisco Lindor has to carry this team in order for them to be able to get to that ultimate goal. Yes, there are other players that are going to be responsible for part of that burden. Pete Alonso, Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, amongst others. But Francisco Lindor is going to be the catalyst. He is going to be the most important piece for the Mets to be able to hit the World Series with a serious swing. To me, Francisco Lindor is the team MVP. When we look at the Philadelphia Phillies, to me, the team MVP is going to be Trey Turner. I think that with Bryce Harper starting the season on the shelf, Turner is the most valuable player. And even in argument can be made that even if Harper was starting the season, Turner is still the most important. The aspects of the game that he provides different from what the Phillies had in their lineup already are tremendous. His hitting ability, his speed, his power presence is going to be something that the Phillies have need of. This was a team that absolutely ran into a buzzsaw in the World Series after having one of the hottest runs that you've ever seen in the postseason. To me, the addition of Trey Turner was absolutely the most critical piece for Philadelphia to head back to the World Series. I think that Turner is going to be amongst the most valuable player contenders in the National League in 2023. That's how much I believe in this player's talent and his skills. I think that he is going to be amongst the top three finalists in that award in 2023, and therefore he is the Phillies team most valuable player. Now, when we round out with the Washington Nationals, there is not a lot to really look forward to for the Nationals. However, Joey Meneses to me is going to be the guy who comes in as the team MVP. Again, there's not a lot to really bank on if you're a Nats fan in 2023. It is going to be a long, arduous season to get through. I think that there are going to be a lot of games where they're blown out and really just playing mop-up games. That being said, this is going to be a guy who absolutely has the ability to draw some attention to this team. I think that when you look at what Meneses can be for this Nationals team, this is the guy who you can try to build your next winning team around. For me, Joey Meneses is the Nationals' most valuable player. Now, I want to hear from you. Let me know, baseball fanatics, down in the comment section below, or find me over on Twitter. Who are you selecting as the most valuable player for each team in the National League East? Let me know that down in the comments, or find me over on Twitter at banter_baseball. You can also find us on our other social media outlets, Instagram and TikTok, Baseball Banter Broadcast. If you want to see more from us here, you can head over to our website, laracuenteledger.com, where we write new articles daily on the world of Major League Baseball, as well as other things. And if you want to show even more support, head over to our merchandise shop, baseballbanterbroadcast.com, where you can use any one of the number of promo codes we have on the site to save on some banter merch. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I ask that you help continue to grow this baseball community, as the majority of our audience is not yet subscribed to the channel. So if you haven't, hit that subscribe button and the bell for post notifications, so that every time we drop a new broadcast here where we're bantering about baseball, you'll be notified. So I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.